If you're running a $1 million to $6 million business, AI isn't just a buzzword right now. It's a money machine that you're leaving on the table. For most companies that I work with, it's the answer to the majority of your problems. So welcome back to another episode of the Chad T Podcast. This is the show for business owners that run $1 million to $6 million businesses that want to grow them to 12. I'm your host, Chad T. Let's get into it. Here's two things as an example. You can go to ChatGPT on your phone and you can hit the mic button and you can just start talking about it. In fact, let's do it live. I'm right here. Hey, ChatGPT, it is my 43rd birthday. I am on my annual trip to Panama City Beach. My wife and daughter and son are upstairs. My last video was about marketing and AdWords, and then this video is about how to use AI. But really, what I want to think about is what's the offer in that focus when I'm talking about their marketing, starting their ad campaigns, using AI, what is the offer that I can put out to these guys that will really compel them, that will think, man, I need to talk to Chad Tabry and I need to pay him $5,000 to $10,000 to get him into my business right now doing some work. What am I not thinking about? Like, how does my lifestyle fit into theirs? What is the conversation that's happening in their head already that I can just join in and insert myself into to create this incredible offer that they want to push now? So I just I'm just letting it process. It transcribed everything in there, right? And now I'm going to click send. And I just kind of want you to see how quick this goes. I don't know if it'll focus on it. Bam. Let me just start reading it to you. Happy birthday, Chad. 43 at Panama City Beach with your crew upstairs while you grind out the brand work. That's a snapshot that already ties in to the very thing you're asking, the overlap between your lifestyle and theirs. Business owners in that $1 million to $6 million range feel exactly what you're describing, torn between work and wanting more leverage. Here's how I'd shape the offer and the head conversation you can insert yourself into. Look, I'm just reading this verbatim. So what it's telling me is the conversation that's already in your head. Oh, these headlines are so good. Listen to this. I know marketing matters, but I don't have time to figure it out. Does that sound like you? Look, I didn't make this up. I'm not a genius. I'm just using the freaking AI. Okay, AI sounds powerful, but I don't know how to make it actually generate sales. I'm like, are you tracking? In fact, before we get too far, I'm in the conference room. I filmed my normal video over there with the beach in the background, and I just wanted to get another one because they comped the room for me. So why not? I asked AI. I was like, hey, what are 3 things I could talk about on an AI offer? It gave it to me. I'm reading this outline on the computer right now. Okay, another headline. If I could just get someone in here to set this up right, I'd make way more money. Wow, why, thank you, ChatGPT. Look, let me tell you something for real. I've been doing this for a dozen years. And then 12 years before that, I was high op-tempo op support for the military. So I started with Windows when it was still a green screen in the Coast Guard. I learned everything from server NT to whatever. I won't bore you with all those details. What I'm saying is I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars setting this up for companies as a W-2 employee. And that's all I do now for small business owners. So yes, if I could just get someone in here to set this up right, I'd make way more money. You will. So leave me a message in the comments. Let's talk. All right, they're not looking for ideas. They're looking for execution that works fast. They want someone credible who can walk in, flip the right switches, improve return on investment in 30 to 60 days, which is the whole offer I've got essentially. $5,000 setup fee at the time of filming. Hang on, don't come at me 3 years from now and be like, why not $5,000? $5,000 setup fee, we get you set up right, we keep going. But the whole point here is to spend $1, make $3. Like, it's return on investment, interesting. So the compelling offer, in fact, let's see. I already know what I want my offer to be. Let's see what AI said. Position yourself as a growth operator. I'm an ops guy. I know how to do lead gen. All right, the 30-day AI and ads reset. You come in and set up their first winning Meta and Google campaigns. You show them 2 to 3 AI automations that save payroll dollars immediately, and you leave them with a system that compounds. Your ads are running. I mean, this is exactly what I tell you. Listen, you're going to pay me. I'm going to come in. It's your ad account. The ads are still running. It's your ad money that you're spending on it. If I disappeared tomorrow, it's still going. So you leave them with the system that compounds its ads running, lead generating, flowing time, and free. Price anchor, $5,000 to $10K for a 30-day engagement. I was going to tell you 3 months, 90 days. So I like this better. $5K to $10K for a 30-day engagement. That's not a retainer. I agree. And it's not long-term. It's fast results and faster ROA. Okay, how does your lifestyle fit in theirs? You don't sell the Panama trip, you sell what it represents. It's discipline and leverage. Okay, I won't bore you. If you want this whole thing, I will copy and paste it into a little Google sheet and then just comment. I'll send you the whole thing. Hook language. If you're running a $1 million to $6 million business and your ads and AI are still on the shelf, you're leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table. I didn't write it. ChatGPT wrote it right there. And you heard me. I just talked to it. My point, what I wanted there in that ramble was I didn't do some long framing, right? You didn't hear me pretend that you're an expert lawyer. Like the stuff, it's funny. I've been doing technology for a long time. The stuff people are saying on the AI framing is crazy. Like, forget about it, man. Just talk to the thing. Tell it what you want. If I was the investment guy, I build $300,000 to $600,000 investment properties. It creates an equity wedge on the spot. That means if they paid $300,000 to build this, it's worth $400,000 when it's built. It instantly cash flows twice because it has 2 doors on it. And I'm trying to target high income individuals that make anywhere from $200,000 to $300,000 a year. It's funny to me because I'm his target demographic and he's my target demographic. So like we can bounce things off each other a lot. What are some things that I could say to Chad, who's a high W-2 earner, to get him to want to take out a loan and build 3 of these with me? CJ, if you're watching, put that in the chat GPT. It'll just spit it out for you. Okay, so that was technically reason number 2. If you want the whole thing, we did it first. Here's what it gave me as reason number 1. Automate your customer touch points. So let's go back onto where this has saved me time. And I think content is not the perfect example, but it should give you an idea. There are things that I used to pay editors for. No, actually, let's talk about my CFO right now, my CFO and my primary responsibility as a sales and marketing operations director for these worldwide companies. I used to have teams in India. I had 23 people that worked for me worldwide in Sydney, Dublin, Tokyo, and Denver. And then we'd outsource developers in India, and they would do all the Salesforce, the complicated coding that I needed done in Salesforce. Well, at the $100 million company, it's just me, and I outsource contractors as I need them. But now I can go into ChatGPT and I can say, hey, my VP of Europe and my VP of AMER need to see all the opportunities of both of their teams, but I can't interrupt the view of the CEO and CFO. How can I give them view all permissions without adjusting the org hierarchy? And I know that sounds like tech speak, but my point is it requires a little bit of know-how in the Salesforce admin world, and that know-how costs money. And you have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for developers. Well, ChatGPT gave me the answer right away, and I did it. And the CEO thought I was a freaking genius, and the CFO was thrilled, and the VP that was in Europe that was being a pain in my neck asking me for all this stuff, he got what he wanted. So the CFO is using Data Rails, which is a cool little financial software. And again, no affiliates in here. I don't represent any of them. I'm just telling you what we use. She's able to, she goes into, I think she uses cloud, but she goes into her AI system all the time. What's this formula I can use for this? What do I use for that? Listen, these are jobs. Let's say the elephant in the room. These are jobs that I used to hire out. Well, people sucked at these jobs and they cost a lot of money and they were inefficient and they created more problems than they solved. There was just a headline that Salesforce, let's see if I can find it. I'm on. Salesforce fires customer service. Let's find that. Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff cut approximately 4,000 customer support roles and reducing his support headcount from 9,000 to 5,000. And he's using AI agents to do this. And look, let's be clear. This is not like these teleprompters back in the day that we freaking hated on the phone. Representative. You know, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real answers, real results, and they're doing it better than these employees can. The reason you're seeing so many automated tellers at Circle K's or gas stations or convenience stores is because they're just the juice is not worth the squeeze in minimum wage employees. And I'm willing to say it. I'm here to make you money and save you costs. That's it. To create value, to be clear, like we want businesses that serve the marketplace, but the headache that people literally fight with sometimes on some of their employees is not helping the marketplace. So don't be scared of using these things. So what was this point on? Automated customer touch points. So things like your accounting systems, things like your automated messaging has gotten so good nowadays. You can have entire sales cycles. I go into Ad Manager, by the way, recently in Facebook, and it just generates all the copy for you and tells you what you need to say back to it. So automated customer touch points. Yeah. In fact, because AI wrote this, I didn't even freaking read the whole thing, but here's an example. AI handles 80% of the where's my order question or do you offer X questions, freeing the staff to close deals. Okay, so what's the third one? Analyze data for smarter decisions. So the specific example here is AI can pull insights from sales reports, customer feedback, or financial spreadsheets. Let me give you a real world example. I've been journaling for 9 years now. I started in 2016. And the other day I was like, I just felt I needed to pivot in my personal brand because even though I get paid a lot of money by large companies to manage their operations, that really makes me a cost of them doing their business. So now going into the private market, as I want to sell to you guys, reach out to me below if you want to talk. As I want to sell to you guys, I realized I needed to focus more on making you more money. So a long time ago, I had run ads for a furniture store, and it was just kind of weird to me because I couldn't track. He was paying me like $1,000 a month, and I would manage his ads and spend his ad money. And he loved it, man. He like begged me not to quit, but I was like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing here, bud. Why am I taking your $1,000? Well, recently it dawned on me. If I want to be an asset that makes you money, I need to get in the ad spend space first. Then you and I can lean on that 20 years of operational background so we can talk about saving you money too. But to be clear, until I can show you that I'm taking $1 of yours and turning into 3, you don't really care about the relationship. So I pivoted hardcore into ad agency. I took Tab Group Media, and instead of just owning the faceless pages and focusing on the personal brand, I'm directly pitching the ad spend services. Because I know that if you have an offer that's over $1,000, we can spend money. We can spend less than that $1,000, make the $1,000. So now every dollar you spend turns into $3. And if you can do that, how many times are we gonna do that? The nickel box, as many times as we can. So, but my real world example, I took that 9 years of journal entries and I just asked it, hey, what am I missing here? What questions have I not asked? What are the trends that you see over the last 9 years as far as the value of offered businesses or what I want to be working on? And it ingested that in 60 seconds and just started spitting stuff out. You've cared about legacy. You've cared about your faith, Christianity. You've cared about creating value in the marketplace, and you've constantly been trying to sell, which is essentially leadership and legacy in the marketplace, but you have this ops background and they all work together. So I repivoted the whole offer. I redid a landing page for chadtabry.com. I took it again and redid the primary offer on Tab Group Media. Had another brand called Forward Facing Business that I'll blend into all that. But it was able to take months of deliberation on my side. Do you know what I mean? Months of thinking about what this means, connecting the dot, asking my wife what she thinks about it, going to my buddy CJ, asking his thoughts on it. And it just did it so rapidly because it's good. It's a computer. I tell people, forget about calling it artificial intelligence. I was with this stuff way before we were calling it, quote, AI. We called it machine assisted learning back in the day. But at the end of the day, it's just super computing. It can process data faster than you ever can. It can correlate the patterns and it can output stuff. Do you know what I mean? So think about the things that have like, what if you had 5 years of a customer database? And what if you toss it into ChatGPT and said, hey, what do they all have in common? What have I overlooked? What's something that they love buying that I could sell them? Who are these people? How do I talk to them? How do I join the conversation in their head? Who are these people? How do I talk to them the way Donald Miller would talk to them in the StoryBrand framework? Or how do I pitch a one-page video sales letter the way Russell Brunson would in the ClickFunnels offers, et cetera? Do you know what I'm saying? This is really big. And so my core message here is this isn't like I'll learn it later. And this isn't like and I'm not selling you AI. I want to be 100% clear. I don't care, man. There's a daily email that I get called The Neuron that's worth reading. The books are hard because it's changing so fast, but follow accounts that you actually like using. But what I would encourage you is to just start talking to it, and you will find that, man, this thing is a better personal assistant than my prior personal assistant. If you like this video, I want you to like and subscribe. If you want to work with me on your ads or go look at your operational setup in your business, shoot me a message in the DMs. We'll connect there. If you want to do it for free, we can record that on YouTube. Otherwise, I'll tell you the payment options and we can connect and get crushing at making you some more money. I'll see you in the next one.